for a fact, it's nothing that a woman can say about me,
For sure.
negatively that would be true because I don't put myself in those trick bags.
Yeah.
I treat any woman I deal with the utmost
You have
respect.
to.
I try to always be industrious. I always try to be, climbing, so she
Yeah.
won't never say, he used to be. She'd
Yeah.
never say he used to be great. You know what I'm saying?
I
She'd
am.
never say that. So, you know, if a woman is acting like he just said, counterproductive to what you're doing, it's because she don't match your rhythm.
It's a fact.
If you a stand-up dude, if you do everything you need to do, and she's still tripping, you just have to let it go, man.
For sure.
Let it go.
The word goodbye, the word good is in goodbye. Goodbye. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and it's best to let go because God is just such a merciful God. Whenever God takes somebody out of your life,
Gotta
He
take that
brings
serious.
somebody way better into your life.
Yeah.
And this one dude, we was in the barber shop. He's Rug's little nephew. Little dude, he's design. He design clothes. We was at the barber shop yesterday, and he asked me. He said, "Bro," he said, so when do you leave a woman? How do you know that you love her?" I said, "Bro, listen, you don't love the bra. You just used to her. You don't love her. You just used to her." He said, "Why you say?" I said, "Because you cheated on her."
Wow.
You understand me? So you used to her. Used to what? Used to her cleaning.
Yeah.
Used to her cooking.
Her
Used
being
to
there.
doing little stuff for you, getting
Right.
your shoes and stuff like that. So you used to it. He said, so. He said, so. He said, so. When is the best time to leave? I said, when you tired. I said, because if you not really getting along with her and she don't really love you and you really don't love her, then y'all both wasting each other time.
That's heavy.
He said, well, man, my cars is in her name. He said, my
It's
house
messy
is in
now.
her name.
Yeah.
I said, guess what, nephew? That's because you keep falling for the same trap. That's what you used to. You know what I mean? You go and one of the tricks that bras use is to say, I got good credit. You can put your stuff in my name. You can come move in with me.
Yeah.
That's a trap.
You have no control
Because now she's getting leverage on you,
Yeah.
and then when she get mad, get your stuff and get out of here. Get my car keys. And you're putting yourself in that same trap. So what you got to do is you got to do like Goldie said, you got to level up, you got to be independent. You got to have your own car, you got to have your own house. You know what I'm saying? And if the woman is not meeting your standards, she's not matching your rhythm, as the Bible says, y'all not equally yoked,
Yes, sir.
then you have to move around, because if you don't, the problem is going to persist. She's not going to get better.
Yeah, it's only
See,
gonna
one
get
thing
worse.
that people don't talk about, and I'm going to tell all y'all that, is patterns.
Mhm.
Patterns are very important.
Yeah.
If you meet a woman and she does a certain thing over and over and over again, that's probably part of her character. In the word pattern, you can find the word character. Character comes from the Greek word, it's slipping my mind right now, but gyros. Gyros. So gyros mean to carve. It's a Greek word meaning to carve. So that is carved into her character.
Wow.
The minute she gets out of character, that means that she didn't left you. Women leave mentally before they leave physically. That means she's no longer thinking about you, and her pattern is going to change. And that's an inclination or a clue that she's no longer down with you. For example, and I'm gonna let Goldie take the day. Say for instance, if she cooked your food every day at 6:00, she stopped cooking. If she washed your clothes every day at 8:00, she stopped washing your clothes. If she stopped coming up to you and give you a kiss, that means that whether you want to believe it or not, she's out of there. She's just waiting for the perfect time. Like Goldie just said, you wait though to get that exodus.
Nah, that's real.
Go ahead.
Hey, and Ken know this, right? It's a saying in the game. Let's drop them some manhood shit right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a saying in the game. It's called "Ho say is no say," right? In the game, the broad can't tell me nothing, right, about some other dude or some other situation, right? That's against the rules, because ho say is no say. Because as a man, you understand when a woman is scorned, she'll say anything, right? And if you go around the community talking about what the broad told you about her last dude, you won't even get respect. Hey, don't come over here with that. Ho say is no say. So I'm just saying that to y'all, man, y'all got to be some men. If a woman come to you from another man and she got all this stuff to say about him, you tell her, listen, I don't want to hear that. As a man, you don't want to hear that. And as a man, you better not take what she say and say it to somebody else, because now you acting like a broad. That's just some manhood shit some of these dudes need to learn.
Yeah, man, listen. Hey man, dog that bring a bone, carry a bone. So what that means, if she's talking about you, him, she's talking about
you. With you.
You know what I'm saying? And I learned that along, Goldie, we've been hanging around for a minute, and we both concluded that this is a lonely game.
It is.
That, hey man, when you climb a mountain, the higher you go, the colder it gets.
That's right.
The weather get real cold.
That's right.
The game get cold. The higher you get in the game, the colder it gets. So, you got to understand that this is a lonely game and that, along the way, you're going to lose some people.
Yeah.
We're not telling you to get rid of your wife. We're not telling you to get rid of your best friends. But circumstances allows you to make transitions. For example, some people is in your life for a season and some people in your life for a reason. Everybody ain't going to be with you along all the way to the top. Like a lot of people that I thought would be with me at this juncture with me and Goldie at, I can't even find them in the daylight with a flashlight.
Wow.
They nowhere to be found. And a lot of them is probably doing this. Him and Goldie, you know what I'm saying? Now he around Goldie. He
think he young now.
Nah. He want to do the Breakfast Club. He want to do all these Nick Cannon now that he with Goldie.
For sure.
I would have did it with them, but they wouldn't here for the reason. They were just here for the season.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So now that me and him then partner up, he done lost a lot of people.
Wow.
Some people didn't show him their true colors, and that's how it goes. People probably been telling him all kind of stuff behind my back. People been trying to tell me stuff behind my back, and I just
keep it pushing.
Get them out. Man, I ain't trying to hear that, because people, they want to be where me and Goldie at. They want to be on this level, but mentally they're not ready.
Yeah.
So we have to keep going. We can't, man. If I have to grab Goldie and hold him every time I go up, I'm staying down.
That's it.
I gotta let him go in order for me to fly. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if me and Goldie flying at the same altitude, then I ain't got to come pick him up.
Right. Wow.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as he doing this little wing trick, he's showing me some tricks along the way too. Like, man, can you fly like this? This how you do this. This how you do this. You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
And those are the type of people, that's what we're saying. We're not just saying be cold-hearted and just say F everybody, F your wife, F your girl. Right. We just say you cannot grow if them people is out of season.
Let me put this in since he's talking about flying, man. I heard this from one of my mentors. He said, you got to stop taking ducks and trying to teach them to fly. You got to find eagles and teach them to fly in formation. And what that's saying is, well, this is what I say, right? If somebody is in the gutter losing, they're a loser. And I'm not saying that he can't become a winner one day, but you're not going to take somebody in the gutter and turn them into a winner. Because if I was in the gutter, if Ken was in the gutter, we're winners. We're going to be there for a day. And please believe the next day we're going to be inching up. So if you find somebody that's been in the gutter for a long time, it's because they're a loser. Leave them there. They're not trying to be a winner. Yeah. Now, when they want to win, they can win. But if they're in the gutter too long, they're a loser, because a real winner ain't going to be in the gutter long. So you got to stop trying to turn people into something. You can help them. You could assist somebody on a trajectory, but you can't put it in them. And a lot of times we try to put it in somebody. I've wasted years of my life trying to put it in somebody that it wasn't in, and it just wasted a lot of my time and a lot of my energy. So now I don't do that.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a funny example. What he said. So there's some niggas. I'm from the east side of Milwaukee, right? Nothing but hustlers and drug dealers and killers and pimps, right? Yeah. Man, I ain't gonna say their name. They know who they is. Man, these dudes been selling the same ounce for 30 years. I'm like, crazy. Dude, you ain't got off the ounce yet. You ain't got to the 9. I mean, this dude
never got promoted.
Man, he ain't even got a 9-piece yet, man.
That's
we ain't even talking about a half, man. You ain't got a quarter key yet, man.
You said for 30 years.
Hey, man, 30 years, same
dude.
He
retired from a
the
job
same,
at that point,
the same rocks, man.
That's crazy.
The same fiends, man.
Same stuff.
You know what I'm saying? And,
same pattern.
But when you see them, they always got a new fit on.
Yep.
They still driving their little whips and stuff, right? They still putting little rims on it.
Stuck in the same mode.
But they can't get out that ounce. And I ain't hustling almost 30 years.
Wow.
It's been 30 years since I tried it. I didn't like it.
Wow.
I ain't hustling, and them same dudes is still doing the same thing. I seen one brother, man, when I was in Milwaukee about 2 weeks ago. He's like, yeah, man, I got that powder. And this nigga is about 63 years old. Like, yeah, man, I got that
Somebody
bag.
granddad,
Yeah, I got
man.
that shake, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the after hour. We got after hours in Milwaukee. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I looked at him, I'm like, man, damn. Dude,
Wow.
you still doing this?
Wow.
You know, and did about 4 bits. So, you know, that's what we said. If they're in the gutter, they're gonna probably be in the gutter, you know, for a long time because man, listen, even when I tried it, I went to a hole in less than 2 months.
Wow.
You know, I started off like everybody else. I tried it with a little small son and, you know what I'm saying, flip that. I got to a whole man, got to a, you know, woo to woo. I don't want to say it on this thing.
Yeah, you good.
And you understand me? And
Yes,
when
sir.
I got to that, that's when I found out that it wasn't for me.
Wow.
And I gave my man, he'll vouch for this. I gave him a whole 9. I said, man, you can have this.
Wow.
He said, man, this ain't me, man. I can't. This ain't working for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of the other gang. I can't.
Yes, sir.
I can't do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but the point that Goldie was saying is that, you know, that's an example that I'm sure everybody in the hood can relate to.
For sure.
The dude on the block still, some of them can't get off a ball.
Yeah.
I'm serious. You got dudes that can't get off a ball.
Wow.
Been on a ball their whole career.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Y'all going crazy on this episode. All right. Success. That can get real lonely as well. So how can young men that's going up in life find peace and being lonely right now on that path of going towards being successful young men? Because to your point as well, you got so many other people that's stuck in that gutter mentality. So over time, you might start off with 10 friends in a business, chops down to 5. 3 years later, it might chop down to 3, to 2, and then just you. So how do you find peace with it just being you on that path sometimes?
I mean, I'll say like this, man. You know, to even have to ask that question, man, I think dudes is just really soft, man. Like, who cares? Man, I mean, you born alone, you gonna die alone.
That
I
is
mean,
true.
in my life, man, shit, I don't even think about it. I don't give a fuck, man. I love myself. And that's why I say, you know, one of the first modules in my course is self-love, man. I speak from a place, I love myself so much. Man, if wasn't nobody around me, man, I'm gonna have a good day. You know, I'm gonna go turn some Netflix on, go read a book, go to the gym. I can enjoy my day by myself. So I ain't never worried if a motherfucker around or not. Now, if somebody is around on my type of time, man, that's great because we can do more together than alone. But I've never even thought twice about, oh, it's a lonely road. No, it just is what it is. And, you know, sometimes you're gonna go through that phase where nobody that you know is on the same type of time and trajectory. So you have to be alone. And a lot of times it's better to be alone than with bad influences. But a lot of people, they so deficient on the inside because they don't do the work that they always need somebody around. And even when it's the wrong people they have them around, they in a wrong relationship with a woman just because they don't want to be alone. They got the wrong friends that's bad influences just because they don't want to be alone. So what I would say is, man, fulfill that deficiency within yourself by doing the work, by doing the journaling, by doing the self-reflection. And then it's not even gonna be oh, it's a lonely road. And I'll tell you this too. I used to have a wrong mentality when I was coming up.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with niggas, man. I don't fuck. Guess what? That's because I wasn't the right individual in the right place.
Right.
Now that I'm on a more successful path, I love the people that I meet. In the past 2-3 years, I've met individuals that would do more for me than niggas that I knew that tried to rob me after I tried to do something for them. So when you start to succeed, people who are successful, they want to help you. They want to give. It's going to be a whole different set of individuals that you've never even seen before with a success consciousness that are going to run with you when you're running at that path. So people say it's lonely at the top. I wouldn't say so. It's lonely if you still got the same habits and want those old people around, but it's always going to be somebody like how successful you think you're going to be to where it's not going to be other successful people
right.
on the it's
You're not the only
conferences
one.
all over the world.
Yeah.
It's people all over the world on that level who are looking to network. And on the level, I've never not met other people who want to help and come with me and be on a journey with me. So I would just say, man, just do what the fuck you need to do. Don't overthink it. Like even the question, you know, sometimes it's like, man, just do what you need to do. And it's a book called The Slight Edge, right? So in one of my times, you know, where I'm falling off and I'm trying to reposition my life, it was a chapter and it was called Be Okay with the Mundane. Right. So I would structure my day and, you know, go wake up early, go to sleep early, affirmations, time block, gym, this, that, and the third. And I had wrote it on over my bathroom and in my sink. It was called Be Okay with the Mundane. Right. Sometimes you just have to be okay with doing the same thing over and over and over for a long period of time until the seventh wonder of the world, which is compound interest, kicks in, and just be okay with that. So I would just say it in my mind when I'm getting anxious, I want to go fuck with the broad, I want to go to the club. Be okay with the mundane. So that's all I would say is be okay with the mundane.
Yes, sir. And that's good talk. How you feel about that as well?
Well,
Ken?
you know, I give you an example, right? When you're dealing with haters, right? You can smell them.
Yeah, you can.
Like,
you
give you
can.
an example. When I first met Goldie, right? And I know people probably saying this kind of cliche because y'all hanging out together. I first met Goldie, he immediately was like, "Oh, gee, let's have some fun. Let's go. Let's kick it. Let's go to BT Awards, right?"
That's dope.
And I get to the BT Awards, and they be like, "Woo, woo, woo." Goldie like, "Don't worry about it. I got it." You know what I'm saying? Me, and then I be like, I be like, "Don't worry about it. I got it too." You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a different relationship
Yeah.
when you're dealing with success. He lost these glasses, these $20,000 glasses. He lost them in my car. The average dude would have found them and like, man, I can't get dude this $20,000 glass. I said, Goldie, I got the glasses. They right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He said, hey man, what I need to do? I said, bro, you don't need to do nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything is out of love.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? He said, man, I ain't used to that type of shit, bro. OG, what's the catch? You know what I'm saying? I said, ain't no catch. So when you are a successful person, you're looking for people of like-mindedness.
Yeah.
You're looking for people that you can be comfortable with because you know the roads that you take to get to your destiny is not going to be the ones to get you there. It's going to be your detours.
Wow.
The detours are the haters, are the best friends, are the wives, the girlfriends, the people that you thought was a part of your destiny.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And then you meet somebody like Goldie, a detour, and it helps you get to your destiny quick. You know what I'm saying? Because out of all the people I've been around in the last 5 years, not one of them motivated me in the capacity this brother motivated me.
And likewise.
And all you got to do is see the pattern. Look at me on all the shows I've been on.
Yep.
Look at what I've been doing
You've
since
been
me and
working.
him been hustling and working together.
For sure.
So that's how I look at it, but it's an old saying that I say that, get rid of the dead weight. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Muhammad Ali was his best friend.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali used to say, I float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'm Muhammad Ali. So if you got 10 pounds, 20 pounds on your back, you walking around Lenox Mall every day for 365 days, you got a 20-pound book pack on your back. Take it off on the 365th day and see what happens. You're going to feel like Muhammad Ali. You're going to feel like a butterfly.
Yeah.
You're going to feel like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Good analogy.
You're going to feel lighter than Muhammad Ali.
Yes, sir.
So that's what you got. You got to get rid of the dead weight.
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen. Like the brother said, we came here alone. We're going to die alone. You know what I'm saying? So the thing that one have to always remember when you're talking about success is success leave clues.
Yes, sir.
It's a fact.
So when you're successful, look for the clues.
Yeah.
My new book, I don't really want to talk about it, but it's got something to do with success.
Yeah.
And what I do is for the last 10 years, I've been doing the research on all of the most successful men in the world. Reuben Murdoch, Cornelius Vanderbilt, Dale Carnegie, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and Barack Obama, Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
So I literally, and it's in this phone, I got over 10 years of research.
Wow.
And I basically, do my little thing. I don't want to give my name, my book, because I want nobody to steal it. But
for sure.
but the purpose of the book is to have a discussion about success. And the only way to have a discussion with success is you got to talk to success. So I have a out-of-body experience with success periodically, every now and then. And I kind of extrapolate different attributes for why this person did this or why this person do that, why Goldie think this way, why Goldie think that way. And in all those interactions, I'm finding clues.
That's right.
Consistency, persistence,
Mm-hmm.
burning desire.
Burning desire, that's a big one.
All of these are in my research.
Yeah.
And so what my ultimate purpose, and that's what Napoleon Hill talk about purpose, my ultimate purpose is to trump and to compile something that's not, if not better, that's comparable to Think and Grow Rich.
Wow.
And I want to do a version of that, and it's going to be caricatures. It's not going to be me. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be me delineating other people's success.
Wow.
But in the process of me delineating these successful gentlemen, you know, I'm going to be the author. You know, and it's going to be really, really appalling to a lot of people. They're going to be like, how can Ken do something of this nature? But it's been a task of mine. And the reason what motivated the task, you know, Napoleon Hill say, if you do something and it fails, you try again. So the first book, Pimpology, it didn't fail, but it was something that happened in the prison that they did. They banned my book in certain prisons. Then I did another book, The Art of Human Chess, and they end up banning that. So my goal is to put a book in prison that's gonna have so much game and teach brothers so many ways how to conquer and how to obtain success that they're not gonna be able to ban it. But you know, in that book kind of delineate what you're talking about as far as success. There's certain things, you know, that goes on with successful people. There's certain characteristics that success encompass. And that's what I'm going to do. So that book, I can't say the name of it right now. I'll probably say when I come back on your podcast.
Yes, sir.
That book is going to pretty much say, going to answer your question. But in answer to your question, the short form is that, you know, success leaves clues, and the roads that you take to get to your destiny is not going to be the ones to get you there. It's going to be your detours.
Wow.
And so that's how you deal. You just
That's a bar.
expect. I'll put it better. You get in life not what you expect, but what you inspect.
Come on now. Hey, that's a heavy gem. Goldie, earlier, bro, you said something about manhood, right? What does manhood look like? Real manhood today?
I mean, man, you know, I'll say it like this, right? So when I'm operating in what I feel like is true manhood, I feel like I'm operating in my godhood. What did God say in the Bible? Let's make man in my image and likeness, right? Man, right? Wasn't even thinking about the woman yet, right? But so, you know, somebody asked me, okay, well, what does that mean then? You know, when I'm not lying, when I'm not underhanded, you know, when I'm not sneaking around, when I'm not doing things that I know morally, like, oh, I feel a way about because I'm not moving in a righteous way. You know, so when I'm just operating as a solid 100% human being with integrity, with values, whatever my core values are, I feel like that's what manhood is. And, you know, that's why I feel like, man, when you operate in your true manhood, which is closest to your godhood, a woman treats you like a god, because so many dudes don't. They lying, they sneaking, they underhanded, they doing all of these things. And so they don't get the respect. But when you operate in your manhood, I'm not lying to her. I'm letting her know what it is, what it ain't. I'm letting her know she can accept it or reject it. I'm not standing for things that I don't feel like are okay, and I'm gonna walk out the door about my respect and my manhood, even if it means being homeless. And when I behave in that manner, not just telling her, but showing her, walking in it in front of her, she treats me like a guy because she sees I'm operating in my godhood, my manhood, which is closest to my godhood. So that's what I mean, man. I mean, you could define manhood however you want to define it. At the end of the day, you got to define it for yourself. But you know, it's about just living to your principles, you know, not lying, not cheating, not being underhanded, saying what you mean and meaning what you're saying, having mutual respect with somebody, saying how you feel, you know, not being underhanded, you know, just being 100. To me, that's manhood.
Yes, sir.
You know, not gossiping like a broad, not hating on the next man because he got more than you. Not, you know, if you feel a way about it, you know when you operating like a man and when you not, you know?
Yeah. How you feel about that, Ken?
Well, you know, Goldie once said something about, you know, we are all creatures of habit, so we develop habits, and those habits come principles, right?
Yeah.
I think every man stands on principles, and the principles develop the character. Back to, I was saying, gyros, the Greek word, it carves into certain things. You know, like he said, if you do something consistently, it's going to create a habit, even if it's not in you. You know what I'm saying? And it's on you. Eventually, that habit, habitual behavior, we put it in you. And so I think that's what a man is: a collection of habits, a collection of principles, you know, and morality. You know, like he said, his moral compass. You know, you got to have a moral compass. You know, like it's certain things as a man that I'm not going to do. You know. It's just certain things that I'm not going to do, no matter what you say or how much money he said you can give him $10 million, and he's still not going to go to jail. Wow. You know, that's a man.
Yeah.
You know, saying what you mean and mean what you speak. Speaking with two tongues, the one in your mouth and the one in your shoe. You walk that walk and talk that talk. That's what my father taught me.
Wow.
Pops would always say, hey man, a man stand on his word. All you have, son, is your word. He used to always say that. He was
That's
a
real
country
talk.
dude from Mississippi. And I was
Wow.
like, man, what is this dude talking about your word? And then when, I violate somebody, I be in prison or something, and I was a little gangster, so I might press
Yeah.
up on a nigga, son. And then, hey man, kid, I'm gonna give it to you, homie. Yeah, woo, and blah, blah, blah. I get slick on him, like, nigga, fuck you. He said, man, you gave me your word. Like, now nigga ready to kill me because I gave him my word.
Wow.
And so after a few altercations in the prison and shit, and a couple, woo, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I
sir.
realized that I was having these problems because I wasn't keeping my word. And then my pops would dumb on me. But I was trying to be a part of the in crew,
Yeah.
trying, you had the gangsters up in there, the vice lords, it was a little crazy
Yeah.
shit going on. And, you had the affiliates, and sympathize. So, you want to be a part of that when you're 18, 19 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go to somebody and say, hey, man, you got a store? Like, yeah, what you got in your store? I got Zuzus and Wham Whams and I got some noodles. And you take all they shit and like, I'm going to pay you back, right? And next thing you know, you on the tier and,
Wow.
y'all shaking it out. You know what I'm saying? You boxing
Wow.
it out. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't keep your word.
Wow.
So I realized that was the road I wanted to go.